I always felt like one is a sense of pride for the fans that are paying. Right. Two is a sense of, making sure that I stay sharp. I'm not going to lose it. And three, I want our rhythm as a team to always be there.
When it comes to what's truly tearing basketball apart in the 2020s, nothing comes close to load management. This idea of sitting out when you're perfectly healthy has become the biggest controversy in the NBA. What used to be a rare thing for recovery has now turned into a regular excuse for skipping games, and fans are getting fed up. Under Adam Silver's watch, it's gone from a minor issue to the league's biggest nightmare, one that's destroying competitiveness, viewership, and trust in the game itself. What's really wild is that players today have every possible advantage, from private jets and personal chefs to elite doctors, recovery tech, and customized training. They've got it all. Compared to the old school legends from the 70s, 80s, and even the early 2000s, these players are living like kings.
I don't want to miss that opportunity. Physically, if I can't do it, then I can't.
Fewer minutes and take more rest than ever before. Fans are asking, how does that make sense? Where's the pride, the grind, and the fire that used to define greatness in the NBA? Back in the 90s, NBA teams were built different. They had just one trainer and a strength coach. Yet they practiced harder, played tougher, and handled brutal back-to-backs without crying for rest. Today, teams have massive medical and performance staffs loaded with specialists, tech, and analytics. But somehow, injuries and missed games are higher than ever. Something in this new system is completely broken. And here's the crazy part. For a lot of newer fans who started watching in the 2020s, load management feels normal. They think it's just part of the game, like it's supposed to be this way.
The fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up on top who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket or to get money to buy the ticket.
You really cared about the guy who sat in the top deck at the Palace in Auburn Hills to watch you when you came to Detroit?
Yeah, because I know he's probably yelling at me, and I want to shut him.
Like you mentioned a little bit about today's game, because we had Clever on here, and he talked about load management. He said, I don't know what the hell that is.
But I'm here to say it loud and clear. It shouldn't be accepted. It should be rejected completely. Every player, coach, and fan should be demanding real basketball again. This ain't how the game was built to be played. If you want to understand why load management is so ridiculous, just look at the legends who came before.
I competed hard. I played the game the way it was supposed to be played. I played injured, and I played with a lot of pride. So I owe everything to the NBA.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Karl Malone, Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen.
I competed hard. I played the game the way it was supposed to be played. I played injured, and I played with a lot of pride. So I owe everything to the NBA. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Karl Malone, Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen, these guys played through pain, through exhaustion, through every single obstacle, and still showed up night after night. Sure, injuries happen, but no one sat out just because. Before the 2000s, the idea of skipping games on purpose was unheard of. Between 1990 and 2000, 58 players played all 82 games multiple seasons in a row. That number today, almost non-existent. What do you think of when you hear the term load?
What do you think of when you hear the term load management thrown around?
It shouldn't be needed. First and foremost, I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove. It was something that I felt like, the fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy.
The fewest number of players to play every game in a single season, 2022 takes the crown. Then right after that, they owe 2023, 2024, and 2025. Even the late 2010s show the same ugly pattern. That tells you everything you need to know. Load management didn't just appear, it exploded in the 2020s after starting its climb in the mid to late 2010s. And if you want the perfect example of what true commitment looked like, just look at Michael Jordan. This man played all 82 games 9 times in his 15-year NBA career, including his final season when he was 40 years old. Think about that. At 40, he still showed up every single night, while younger players today take random rest days. Out of 15 seasons, he played at least 78 of them in 12 of them. The only exceptions, when he literally broke his foot early in the 1985 to 86 season, and when he was retired for most of 1994 to 95, B-type era. This rest stuff just drives me crazy. You're playing basketball for a living. Okay, that would I understand if you work in the coal mine that you may need a rest day after you playing basketball. You play basketball 2.5 hours a day, 3 hours a day, right? That's your job. That's what you get paid to do as an NBA player. That's what separates legends from the rest. MJ didn't believe in taking nights off. He never load managed, never
Kobe
ducked the
didn't want to
competition,
disappoint his
never
fans,
cheated the fans
especially
who
the
paid to
ones
see
in the
him play.
300
To
sections
this
that
day,
saved up to
he doesn't
watch him
understand
play.
why modern players think
I
it's
remember
necessary.
asking him why he couldn't
To him,
just sit a game
real
out because he was
greatness means
hurting.
showing up every single
He
game.
said,
one of the biggest things
"What
missing
about the
from
fans
today's
that saved
NBA
up to watch me
superstars is
play
respect.
just once?"
Respect for the fans.
He
and
never
respect
forgot
for the
about
game.
his fans.
When a player sits out, even though he's not hurt, it's not just a rest day. It's a slap in the face to every person who paid money to see him play or tuned in on TV expecting greatness. Fans save up, travel, bring their kids, and instead of witnessing their favorite player on the court, they get a last-minute out for rest update. But let's say hypothetically you play 4 games. You can't ask fans to pay that money for a guy making $95 million won't play back-to-back games. That's not just disappointing, it's embarrassing for the sport itself. Here's the part that doesn't make sense. If players in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s could play every single game with worse travel, tougher schedules, and less medical support, why can't players today in this so-called advanced era do the same? The answer, simple but ugly. They've got it too easy. The comfort, the luxury, the guaranteed money, it's softened the mentality. Just look at Ben Simmons, the perfect example of what's wrong with the modern mindset. The moment he secured his bag, he checked out completely. It was like, adios, I'm paid, I'm done. No hunger, no fire, no drive to compete. And while most players aren't as extreme, that same attitude lingers across the league. Even if I play bad or don't play at all, I'm still getting paid. That right there is the real disease hurting the modern NBA. Entitlement over effort, money over passion, and comfort over competition. When you talk about Michael Jordan, what made him special wasn't just his skills or his talent. It was his mindset, his fire, his respect for the game, and his appreciation for the fans made him unforgettable. That attitude, that show up no matter what mentality was what truly set him apart. And remember, playing every single game in Jordan's era was way tougher than it is now. As a rookie, MJ didn't take shortcuts. He played all 82 games, averaging 38.3 minutes per night, ranking 4th in the entire league. In total minutes, he was only behind Buck Williams and Larry Bird. That's elite company. From day one, Jordan was an Iron Man. And let's be real, we come to practice, he's on one leg. Like he was hurt the second year, he was on one leg the whole year and played 82 games. Wow. And so he practiced every day and he played every game on one leg. And so he's like, man, MJ, why don't you just sit up? I can't. How can I be the leader of the team and sit out? Y'all going through all the credit. I gotta be there. I twist my ankle and I had a teammate, David Greenwood. He says, you twist your ankle, young fella. Come over here and sit with me. This is, you need to. I said, no, man, I'm trying to make a name for myself. There's no way I can sit. I need to get out there and show what I'm capable. I want to play. I want to win. I want to make an impact. Doing that back then with grueling travel, limited recovery, and no first-class perks was 10 times harder than anything players today. And who could forget the legendary 1997 NBA Finals? Game 5, series tied 2-2, the pressure sky high, and Jordan was fighting off flu-like symptoms with 103-degree fever. But instead of sitting out, he dropped 38 points, leading the Chicago Bulls to a 90-88 win over Utah. He even hit the clutch three-pointer with just 25 seconds left. That's the difference between legends and everyone else. Jordan didn't just show up, he took over, even half dead. He proved what true greatness looks like. This right here is how real competitors, true ambassadors of basketball, think and carry themselves. Michael Jordan, the Magic Johnsons, Larry Birds, Charles Barkleys, we earned what we got. When the corporate America came to us, we had a game that could validate their admiration and sponsorship and all that. Yeah, now they get that before they play one game. Yeah, so you're rolling the dice to see if this kid's ever gonna be good or not. Yeah, so in essence, you're paying the kid off of potential. Yeah, that he may be great. You don't think that's good? No, because I think it sets bad work ethic. When you get something so easily, you're not gonna work as hard. And when it comes to the closest thing we've ever seen to Michael Jordan, that's easily Kobe Bean Bryant. He came from the same ruthless mold, a mindset so fierce it literally cost him a shot at becoming the NBA's all-time leading scorer, and ultimately his career. In his 17th season, at just 32 years old, Kobe was still putting up numbers nearly identical to LeBron James, who was 28 and won MVP that year. LeBron averaged 26.7 points, 8 rebounds, and 7.3 assists, while Kobe dropped 27.3 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 6 assists, and he actually played more games than LeBron. That's insane for someone deep into his career. But that season was chaos for the Lakers, but Gasol declined hard, only starting 42 games. And Steve Nash at 38 missed over 30 games. So Kobe did what real leaders do. He carried the team on his back. Over his final 7 games, he averaged 29 points, 8.5 assists, and 7 rebounds while playing an exhausting 46 minutes a night, dragging the Lakers into the playoffs. Then came April 12, 2013, the night his body finally gave out. A torn Achilles tendon ended his season and changed everything. Even after that, he tried coming back twice before limping through one final season out of sheer love for the game. Kobe could have chased records, but that was never the point. Just like Jordan, he cared more about giving everything to the game, pushing his limits and making his team better. That's what true greatness looks like. But you have to really play hard. Does that hurt you physically? No, because when I play hard all the time. You know, there's no turn it on here, turn it off here. It's just 110% at all time. Let's pause right there, because when we talk about LeBron James, the so-called face of the NBA throughout the 2010s, there's a hard truth people don't like to admit. This man, with all his talent, power, and control over the league, has played every single game in a season only once in his entire career. Once. For someone who's supposed to represent the standard of greatness, that's shocking. Now compare that to legends like Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, even Allen Iverson, guys who went all out every night, no matter how hurt, tired, or overworked they were. Compared to them, LeBron's load management looks weak, downright disappointing. And sure, some might say it's only 1 or 2 games here, maybe a week off there. What's the big deal? But that's the problem. It is a big deal when it comes from the top. When LeBron James is the face of the league, every move he makes sets the tone for everyone else. If LeBron James decides to rest, even when healthy, it sends a message across the NBA that skipping games is fine, that effort can be optional. Then you've got other players thinking, if the best in the world is taking time off, why shouldn't I? That's how the entire league's mentality shifts. When LeBron James load manages, it doesn't just affect his team, it ripples through every locker room in the NBA. If he had set the opposite example, showing up every night, fighting through the grind, the tone and culture of the modern league would be completely different today. When Michael Jordan was the face of the NBA, players showed up every single night. Competing wasn't optional, it was expected, it was pride. That era was built on toughness, loyalty, and love for the game. But in LeBron James' era, it's the total opposite. Stars rest more, play less, and that relentless drive to compete has faded. And that's exactly why NBC brought Michael Jordan back into the mix. They know his influence still runs deeper than LeBron's or even Adam Silver's. Jordan doesn't need to lecture anyone, just his presence can shift the mindset across the league. If MJ says play every game, it hits differently. It reminds everyone, especially the fans, what real greatness and dedication to the game truly look like. So what do you think about all this? Do you believe things will calm down, or is this just the beginning of more drama? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear what you think. And thanks so much for watching and sticking with Ball Stories. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more wild basketball stories and behind-the-scenes moments. Catch you in the next one. Stay sharp out there.